Hello and welcome to another Today's Decay, August 18th edition, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. And on this day in 1907, the amazing Criswell was born. I wonder if he foretold that. I guess probably his biggest claim to fame would be his role in Plan 9 from Outer Space, but he worked. He foretold many futures, publishing books and going on television. And I meant to get Lance Thingmaker on, who's like the resident Criswell fanatic, but I just didn't think about it until the very last minute because I didn't foresee this happening for some reason. I don't know why. And also on this day in 1934, this really crazy film came out that I was trying to figure out how I could explain it, and I realized I can't. So I'm just going to show it to you. In 1934, on this day, August 18th, Crime Without Passion premiered. And it's a pre-code film. It stars Claude Rains, who's best known for The Invisible Man, I suppose. Maybe Casablanca, but I'll say Invisible Man. It's a pre-code film full of sexual intrigue and stuff like that. But the intro to the film, it has this intro that stylistically is nothing like the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie is just what you'd expect from a pre-code early 30s film. But the intro was art designed or directed by I can't pronounce his name properly. It's a really long Russian name, or maybe Polish, I forget, something like that. And he did this whole series of animated insect short films years before this, and somehow that got him to Hollywood to make this insane creation, which I just had to share. Watch this. Keep your eyes peeled because it gets really good. See, I can't pronounce it. Beyond man's dream lurks the Furies, the three sisters of evil who lie in wait for those who live dangerously and without gods. And that's it. I mean, the movie keeps going, but that's either the best opening to a film or the worst, because it doesn't deliver. That's the only surrealistic moments of the film, and then it just becomes a office intrigue romance thing going forward. But do you see that with these avenging spirits coming out of these drops of blood from the murdered person? I loved it. Loved it. Imagine if that was a full film. Just imagine that, why don't you? Yeah. Meanwhile, also on this day in 1977, August 18th, The Mask opened its doors in Los Angeles. Brendan Mullen, I think, right? The person who ran the mask, where obviously the Screamers, X, the Germs, Weirdos, Skulls. I mean, the list just keeps going and going, doesn't it? Right. One of the things I particularly love about this is a relatively small space, and this is where exciting music movements happen, are like in small spaces. You don't have 1,000-person venues where like magic happens. Not really. Not at like its infancy, where like, births and beginnings are important, right? So here we are with the mask. Same could be said, various venues in San Francisco, New York, obviously, Bax's Kansas City, and CBGB's were, like 100-person venues, something like that. Roxy, Hope, 100 Club, same story in London. Tiny venues. It's like almost, I think it's almost like primitive, like humanity surrounded around a campfire telling ghost stories or something like that. Whatever, like, the human experience needs to be told in like close confines with darkness all around us. Yeah, which also is to say, Susie and the Banshees, Hong Kong Garden, premiered on this day in 1978. So how's that for darkness all around us? Yeah. It's late, I know. Sorry, I missed this earlier today, but darkness is all around us now, and we'll see you tomorrow for more. Maybe even this evening. Who knows? Only the shadow knows.